Looking back, I never really was afraid of the woods that stood sort of ways from my childhood home. I remember my family used to go play and explore them all the time, having little picnics in the summer, making big piles of leaves to jump in the fall. There was even a little pond where I could skate over the winter months. Yeah, my little brother and sister used to love that old pond. The woods did have its fair share of inhabitants, obviously. Birds, squirrels, rabbits, even a raccoon once. Nothing scary like a wolf or a bear, at least one we'd seen. I used to joke with the kids at school about hearing howling at night, or even once saying that a bear attacked my mom's car once when she couldn't drop me off one day. She just had to take all that in for that smog, check the truth be told. Still why I passed up to revisiting those tales to my friends and classmates about? They always used to love them. If only that's all the story was. I remember it was an autumn night, and there was a full moon out as well. My parents had gone to play with my little sister was in, so I was sick and had to stay home. So it was just me and some movies I was going to watch on Netflix. Tonight was an extra special because of one of my favorite films had just been on there. I was so excited, I figured this called for some popcorn and soda. So I tossed a bag into the microwave and get some Dr. Pepper out of the fridge. Yet as I pull a bowl away from the Tupperware pantry, right next to the kitchen sink, and at the window looked out, I saw it. A deer, its fur illuminated by the moonlight. Like I said before, I was only used to seeing small creatures in the woods. This was a surprise to say the least. I rushed back into the living room to get my cell phone. This was cooler than seeing a photo of a rainbow. I was so relieved when I saw it was still outside. Yes, I thought happily, as I got my camera up. Though I was more overjoyed as I saw it was actually walking towards the house. This was just so good for a picture, and I quickly changed it to a video record. All my classmates would love this. Yet as it got closer, and the light of the moon illuminated a bit better, I realized it was no mere Bambi I was looking at. Its fur was pale and white, not just because of the moon. I truly mean white as snow. It looked like it had been snapped off. Both were stained with blood. Now I could make out its face. I was frozen with fear, and not even want to gag at what was looking at me now. The deer had no face, and I mean like no fur, almost skin, besides its black nose and eyes. It was as if someone had taken a knife to this animal's head, removed the skin clean off. The grotesque buck was now mere inches away from the kitchen window, gazing at me. The few seconds our eyes just locked into another of what felt like hours. I was afraid to look away, too paralyzed with fear to even call my parents on my phone. Then opened its mouth, and to my utter shock it spoke, some dark, worldly voice. "You're not the one." Then it left. As it turned around, I saw it had a bullet wound on its side. Then my parents came home and I tried to tell them about it and even show them on my phone. Yet the video I played only showed the woods outside in the moonlight. None of the deer at all. They played it off as me watching too many scary movies. I didn't bother telling any of the kids at school about that horrid buck that visited me last night, though one of my fellow classmates had a story to tell. They say about he and his dad were out hunting, and a white deer they bagged.